Gaming this week is full of good news, actually. Well, mostly. First up, we have Silent Hill Townfall. We got an update for that after 2 years of nothing, and it's not exactly what we were thinking, but it's not bad news. A classic Capcom game is finally getting updated to the current and technically previous generation. This is a long time coming at this point. We also have PlayStation 5 owners, this is the bad part, we have PlayStation 5 owners not happy at all with the most recent dashboard update. Got that and a little bit more, so here we go. Welcome, nerds, to this week's edition of the Gaming and Tech News, generally speaking. Now, I'm no Linus or Spawnwave or Gamers Nexus or insert channel that is dedicated to the tech and gaming news here. That's not what you're getting here. This is just enough to keep you informed, generally speaking. We do this just about every week as part of a larger news show called The Week in Nerddom over on the main channel. You can find that linked down in the description or at the end of this video. Now let's talk about some gaming and tech and maybe even some like photo, video kind of news as well. Follow-ups and corrections, gaming and tech, let's go. Silent Hill Townfall. We have a big follow-up here because of the current issues going on with Annapurna, which may or may not exist in the near future. It has been made known from Annapurna through a post on their X account that the future of the game, Silent Hill Townfall, is not directly tied into the future of the production company. They will, at the very least, be finishing this game with the help of Konami and No Code there to kind of catch the pieces as they fall. But the big part here is Annapurna is going to finish the Townfall game. And then if they are still a company after that, that's the big question. So they wanted to assure everyone, again, they have the confirmation from Konami and No Code that they will be picking up pieces as well. That's already been the situation, so nothing is changing, and that is good news at this point. As far as what the hell is gonna happen in Townfall, still very much a mystery. But we do know we are going to be seeing Townfall probably in 2026 is the speculation at this point, but that is strictly speculation. So let's continue on into some trailers, or a trailer at the very least. We have Mario and Luigi Brotherhood, the new Switch game, the new platformer for the Switch, has just dropped a full and proper trailer that shows off, you got Peach, you got Bowser Jr. in this bad boy, and that kind of implies that they're not going to be the big bad in this. And also the Concordia situation is still a big mystery that will apparently be solved sometime around November 7th, because that's when the game launches. Go check out the trailer though. If you haven't already been hyped for this game and you're a Switch player or a Nintendo appreciator at the very least, this will definitely get you pretty hyped for it. So go check it out. From there, we have some regular ass news to get to. This is the big piece. You ready for this? Are you ready, Capcom fans? Are you ready, Resident Evil fans? Oh, that's a clue. It's not Resident Evil, but it is Dino Crisis. Dino Crisis is finally going to find its way onto the current generation of console. Current and previous. It's going to be PS5 and PS4. So whatever the hell they're doing that emulates back and forth between them, or however similar the architecture is that you can do that, that happens. So if you have a PS4, you will not be missing out because you haven't yet upgraded to the current generation. But we have word officially from PlayStation, as confirmed by Capcom, that Dino Crisis will be on current generation consoles. Still don't know exactly if it's going to be just a rework or a reboot or what the hell's going on, but Dino Crisis will be on current generation console, quote, at some point before the end of the year. So this year, before December 31st, we will be seeing Dino Crisis on the PS5. So there you go, nerds. Our other piece for regular ass news is probably the biggest bummer, well, third biggest bummer of the entire episode. And that has to do with the PlayStation 5. The most recent dashboard update for the console has brought you into the world of Microsoft, apparently, because Xbox gamers have been dealing with this for 2 generations at this point. I'm pretty sure the Xbox One did the same stuff on their background. What ads? PlayStation 5 now has ads on the home screen, which up until recently was a broken ad algorithm altogether. Apparently it was, they were using the most recent post from certain publishers, their most recent post on the social element that feeds into the dashboard or something like that. It wasn't anything like that. It was, I'm not a PlayStation guy, so I don't know exactly how this works, but the community posts that companies can do talking about their games on the Xbox, in the what is the tab? In the store, there's a tab you can join. You can go to the community for each individual game, and the game's developer oftentimes will have a feed of like information or images that people have submitted, or just images that they've taken to promote the next update, or so on and so forth. Something similar in the Sony side of things, it sounds like, and something that a lot of developers aren't really on top of maintaining, because some of the ads that were running up until about 3 days ago, which the update only happened last week, so it was a few days worth of this happening. Like the Spider-Man Across the Universe ad was coming soon to theaters when it came out in 2023. So yeah, it was definitely a little janky, but there's ads. You now have ads on the PlayStation 5, and you're not going to get rid of them no matter how much you cry about it, because Xbox players have been crying about it since the last generation of consoles, and it's still there. It's just the current generation. This is modern gaming. This is another drawback to modern gaming, because things are so expensive anymore. They got to find extra revenue sources, and if they can't put ads in the actual games, they're going to put ads around the actual games. So I don't know. There's no two ways about it. That's just how it's going to be, and that's what we got on that one. So that brings us to our suggestion this week, and if you didn't guess what the suggestion was for gaming this week, then you haven't been paying attention, nerds. Mortal Kombat 1 Chaos Reigns has dropped, and I have literally played nothing else. Still really trying to work out how the hell Noob Saibot works, because I can only regularly land I have a bread and butter of about 25%. My bread and butter with Scorpion is about 40%. So there's a pretty big gap there. I'm getting a little bit better with them, but that's kind of neither here nor there. This is where the game should have launched. Maybe not with the DLC already out, obviously, but like as far as the mechanics go, and as far as like the balance goes for this game, this is exactly how the game should have launched. And I very much agree with the MK Tom Brady about the meta pre-Chaos Reigns and the new meta post-Chaos Reigns. How pre-Chaos Reigns it was poke, grab, duck, down one, poke, grab. Yeah, that was super boring, and honestly, being somebody who plays almost exclusively Combat League, it was very frustrating when you just want to have fun playing your damn games. Now, though, with the addition of only 3 new characters, like, the meta has changed dramatically. So absolutely, that is your recommendation for gaming going forward. I will try and get something else under my belt before we end the season, but ooh, I got no promises there, nerds. No promises. That's what we got though, so let's move right along. That brings us to the end of the video, nerds. Thank you very much for joining me for the news. Once again, there is a full and probably much more up-to-date and recent episode of the news, the full-length version, if you will, called The Week in Nerddom over on the main channel, linked down in the description, and probably link popping up somewhere around my face right about now. So click on that, go check that out as well, or if you prefer your news in more truncated pieces, then by all means just stick around here and go check out some of the other stuff we offer on this channel. Thank you very much for joining me. We will see you in the next one. Before we go, always remember, nerds, that if it is generally nerdy, it's probably here.